In this video, we will be going over the 4 steps to create individualized student assignments, as well as walking you through those steps. So the first step is to create a answer key and to have a roster and run those through the scoreboard program. Then after that, you're going to post all of the individualized student files to a shared public folder, something like Google Drive that everyone can access. After that, the students will complete their own copy and submit to the learning management system of choice. And then finally, the professor downloads in bulk from the learning management system and runs the recorder program that Scoreboard has. So this is our sample professor answer key that we will be using. As you can see behind these cells, there are numbers, and then behind these are formulas for the students to complete. It's a very basic answer key, but this is the one we will be using in this video, and it also will be linked in the description below. This sample roster will also be linked in the description below, but one thing to note about your rosters is that it must be in the first name, last name, email format. So if you do it in a different format, the Scoreboard program will not be able to run it through the recorder system or create the individualized assignments. So one thing to note is that it must be in the first name, last name, email format, and then however many columns, however many students you have works. But this will be the amount of assignments we will be generating, will be these first 10. So once you have your answer key and your student roster, you're going to go ahead and open the Scoreboard program. One thing to note is that you want to turn this honesty control on. So usually the Scoreboard program will have this control off. So all you need to do is, instead of having one generic file for all, you're going to go ahead and have named files for each student. It will prompt you to shift formulas and shift values, and we won't go over that in this video, but those are just additional honesty controls, and it's generally recommended that if you have individualized files, that you have formula shifting and value shifting just for increased academic integrity, but it's not necessary, so we won't be doing that in this video. But once you have the named files for each student, you're going to go ahead and click Create a Start File. This will prompt you to choose the answer key that you want to have created into individual files, and that's this one right here. And then after that, it will have you upload your roster to the program. So it's going to pull up this again, and you're going to hit sample roster just like that. And then it is going to go ahead and have you save it to wherever. So we're just going to save it to the desktop folder. Awesome. And then it is going to go ahead and create the individualized assignments. One thing to note while it is generating these assignments is to not close or open anything else, as it can mess up the system. So just let your computer sit, go grab a coffee, and let the assignments generate. Once the program is done generating the files, you will get something like this that says success, with the amount of files created along with your answer key and your sample roster, and then the total runtime. So you're just going to hit OK, and all of your assignments should be in your saved location. As you can see, all of my files are in my desktop folder. So now we are going to be able to go ahead and give these out to the students and move on to step number 2. So now that we have all the individual files, the second step is to post all the files to a shared public folder. To do this, you can go ahead and go to Google Drive and hit this new button and hit new folder, this folder upload. This will give you folders to upload. You're going to hit the folder that you have all of your assignments loaded into, and it's going to start uploading them into something like this. As you can see, if you click on this, it's going to start uploading all of the files, and as you can see, they are all here. Once you have done this, you can go ahead and post the link to this folder to your learning management system so the students can access it, and just all you have to do is to make sure to prompt them to choose the one that correlates towards them. So RAG would go to RAGs, and then B Whitwell would go to this assignment here. You just need to make sure your students get their assignment that is assigned to them. So after you've posted the files to a folder that all of your students can access, the students can go ahead and complete their own copy and submit it to their learning management system. After this, once the assignment due date has passed and the students have turned in their work, the fourth step professors can do. So the professor can download in bulk the assignments off of their learning management system and run it through Recorder. So let's take a look at that. Each of the learning management systems allows you to download the students' files in bulk. And once you have done that, you are going to go back over to the Scoreboard for Excel program and hit on this Recorder tab. After you have all the files in a saved location, all we need to do is go ahead and click on Record Grades. And this will prompt you to pick the assignments that you want to have recorded. We're going to go to our desktop folder, and we're going to select all of these assignments just like so, and hit OK. Now the Recorder program is going to run, and you can save it wherever. We're just going to save it to the desktop. And like we did with the creating individualized assignments, just let the program go ahead and run, and don't open or close anything. Once the Recorder program is done grading the student start files, it will generate an assignment something like this. It will have all of your start files here, as well as the student, their email, and then their grade. One thing that Scoreboard does do is it gives you their percentage grade and their points grade. So different learning management systems might take something different, but as you can see, the grade is a 75% or an 83%, and that grade, it would be a 75 out of 100 or an 83%. So all you need to do here is go ahead and upload select these two files or columns, I guess, and upload this into your learning management system, and then you will have all of the student start files graded automatically. So those are the 4 steps to create individualized student assignments. Again, the first step is to create the answer key and pair it with the roster in the Scoreboard program. After that, you can go ahead and post the files to a shared public folder for the students to access. Then the students can complete their own copy and submit it to the learning management system as a complete assignment. Once that due date passes, you can go ahead and download in bulk from the learning management system and run all of those assignments through the Recorder program, and then you can go ahead and take those grades and upload them into your learning management system. I hope that you enjoy this feature of Scoreboard, as it is super useful in the classroom, and I hope that you have found this video to be helpful and educational. Thank you for watching, and enjoy.